Alright, so it's the next morning. Stripper is working really good. I mean, this stuff is just coming right off. So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna flip it over. Let it soak for the day while I'm at work. See what it looks like tonight. Alright, so it stopped raining. It's the next day. Working on the Jeep. Just got this rim in. Actually, pretty nice shape. Guy on Marketplace had it. And he's a little far to drive. Probably like 100 miles. And his shipping cost was only 25 bucks. So I got the whole thing for about, $100 shipped, used. And luckily, it does. I don't know if I can do this with a phone in my hand, but... it does fit over the caliper. But anyway, it does fit over the caliper and rotate, no problem. Kind of holding it on there with my knee, but so good. We're in good shape there. I'm going to take this apart one more time. I just got my wheel studs in today, so we're going to get rid of these left-hand thread studs and put normal right-hand thread studs on them, because I got one that's broken right about there. I'm getting the left-handed studs. Didn't seem to make sense, so I got 10. So I'm gonna, take this all apart, take the back apart at some point. I don't know if I'll do that today, but we'll see how these studs come out. Press in some new ones, and yeah, and then hopefully this whole wheel is done minus a rim and tire. Okay, so I'm gonna try to change the wheel studs. I'm gonna give them a shot by just, putting a nut on there a little bit, and then give them the old little mini sledge, and see if they come out. I'm gonna try to do this while filming, but if not, thinking maybe a little heat, but we'll see. Maybe they'll pop right out of there. I don't know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's no problem. No, if I was shaking around too much for you guys on that, but that came out really nicely. Now this one is really stripped and beat up. I mean, I'm gonna have to see how well the new wheel stud tightens in there, but I may have to tack weld, that on perhaps so it doesn't rotate, but we'll see. But I'm not gonna bore you guys with me tapping out all these studs. I just kind of wanted to see how it went, And this thing just doesn't focus super well. Sorry. There we go. Let's see if this one... Oop. Oh yeah, I think this is going to be a breeze. Well, we'll see how it goes. Alright, so getting the grill all primed up and everything. Dad already got it all Bondo and sanded. Today's flavor of primer is going to be the rust reformer. Give it a try. It does have a little surface rust on it here and there. And then we're going to try to fit the radiator, get the radiator and the fan mounted together. It's going to be an electric fan conversion, and we're going to be getting rid of that mechanical fan and cutting those mounts out and seeing if we can make a little bit big of a radiator fit in a hole. But yeah, keep on going. Alright, let's see how easy this is going to come off. Oh, not bad. Oh, wow. That fan does not look... Get out of there. I don't know. Anybody else ever seen a fan like this on a Chevy small block? I haven't, but I don't have a ton of experience with it. So, now let me know. Where did this come from? Why does it exist? Why is it so small? Huh, anyway. How is that on there still? Okay, well, I gotta put this down so I can fight with it, but we'll see what happens.
Going.
Okay, boys, here we go. We're trying some boat paint on the old Willys. See how it comes out. So far, I mean, I don't know. Mike, what do you think? You think it it's going to come out all right.
I think it's starting to look pretty amazing for even just the first coat.
Yeah, I mean, it's not covering super duper heavy. It's kind of thin, but that's what it says to do, is apply thin coats, not in direct sunlight. So I guess I kind of just didn't follow that rule, but
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I mean, maybe I'll have you give me a hand. We'll stick it in the shade once I get this on there, but
Yeah. And I was saying it would be cool to leave the inside black.
yeah,
but
good. Oh, what, the inside of the grill?
yeah, even well, I don't know.
But I kind of already.
Not necessarily inside the grill, but like the inside part.
The inside of the background, yeah. Sort of a radiator shroud, I guess you could call that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, $65 a gallon. I mean, maybe it's a budget paint option.
Oh,
I don't know.
and I'll shoot a picture of the can right here.
Yeah, take a picture of the can.
Tell us about this paint.
It's Duralux. A friend of mine who's more into boats recommended it, said it's pretty good. It's not the best, but we were having a hard time getting the one part epoxy stuff that he liked. So so this is what I got for now. And you know, I may not even go with this color. I may even do something different afterwards, but we're gonna see if this is a viable type of paint, I guess.
Tell us why you chose this paint.
It was fairly cheap. I've seen guys online of painting old cars with boat paint because it's cheap and easy. So really, and it's supposed to be pretty tough. I mean, if it can hold up to marine conditions, I would think on an antique vehicle, it would be tough enough to hold up pretty well. You know, so I really just chose it as a cheap, durable option, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Not wanting to spend a couple grand painting this thing. I thought, you know, well, maybe boat paint, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you could try it out, and then after a year or so, or 6 months, maybe you could do a 6-month review and then a year review. Or
I think that would be the thing to do, because it's obviously probably going to look halfway decent, you know, at first, but
yeah,
will it hold up through a couple winters and everything like that? We really don't know. But yeah, I mean, we're going to give it a shot.
Cool.
Stuff dries really quick.
What's your YouTube name again?
It's just my name. It's Matthew Dubé.
Be sure to hit the subscribe button.
Okay, so bodywork. So we got some free panels with this, right? But they did not fit this truck. So Dad had to modify them, and so he kind of bent and hammered all this out. It's still got a ways to go. We still got some welding and some bondoing and things to do before this is ready for paint and stuff. But it's getting there. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be a lot better than it was, and solid at least. Because somebody decided they wanted to get rid of the body mounts, we welded it to the frame. Well, I didn't weld it to the frame, but the body's welded to the frame. I just reinforced it because it was too much work to change that. Up front, there's a lot of new stuff happening. We got new shock absorbers. This is a new shock mount. We got the disc brake conversion. I've already made a video about that, but geo tracker brakes, new brake lines and everything. My next challenge is I have to, I got rid of the mechanical fan, which is kind of a piece of shit anyway. And I'm going to have an electric fan on the inside, but I have to get the radiator in this space, which is going to be a challenge. If not, I may have to convert to an electric water pump, but I don't really want to do that if I don't have to.
Talk about the geo conversion.
The geo conversion? Yeah, well, I found a guy online. I think it's in the description of one of my other videos. And what it is basically these are drum brakes to start with, and you basically unbolt everything right off the axle. And you get these brackets from a guy called Brendan's Garage. Is the link in the description I got. He gives you spacers and everything to make the disc and rotor all line up. And bolt them onto your axle, and then your geo tracker brakes fit right on there perfectly. And the hoses are the only thing not geo tracker. Those came from an S10. For whatever reason, that's what they use. And that's about it. New brake lines, master cylinder. All the brakes are done and new. So I'm working on the engine a little bit. I'm still waiting on a carburetor rebuild kit. I don't have that in the mail yet. I got 2 alternators. I got to see if one of them's any good. But yeah, for today I'm probably just going to maybe mock up the radiator and see if it's actually going to fit in this space. I'm going to have to cut these mounts and make some new mounts, but not the end of the world. But yeah, that's how it's going so far. So thanks for watching. And
Let me take a shot of the product you're using.
Citrus Strip.
Pretty good.
Special note. Matthew is not paid to advertise the product he is using. This is simply for his own working pleasure.
No, I just like this stuff.
Don't forget to hit the smash button.